The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
No, Nathan, but we don't need him now.
Miguel.
The human tornado, Miguel Maestre in the house.
Well, let me put my headphones on.
Welcome back.
Oh my God, I love going this place.
Oh, we love having you.
What is the name of the other guy working this show? Is there someone missing?
Miguel, his name is.
What's his name?
We've moved you in.
Is this some kind of weird interview or something?
Yeah,
You guys
it's
started
a job
scaring me
interview.
now. Okay, this is not one of the trials that are in TV.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
what,
a hidden camera.
that's what they did for a Ready Steady Cook. They just bring you in. Next thing you know, you got a job.
I mean, you never know. Oh,
How are
see you. I'm very
you?
good.
Welcome back. It's been a little while since you've been in here.
No, it's always nice to see familiar faces. You guys, I consider you my friends.
Yes.
You
We
always,
consider
have
you as
time
our friend
For
too.
me, and every time I'm in town,
do.
and doing something exciting.
We're amigos
It's
para siempre.
Yeah, we are.
listen,
We'll always be your friend.
Are you already practicing your Mexican skills?
I've been watching your Instagram. You're looking really nice and going to your holidays here and there.
Yeah. Well, I am headed to Mexico, so that one's going to be a good one to follow along with.
So is this going to be you by yourself in here?
I'll just
No,
be
that's
sitting
on
here
our-
playing
we're all
mixtape.
on holidays
No, we're on
then,
holidays.
yeah.
I just stay around the south coast of WA, but I do appreciate that Nat travels a lot. But you were saying to Nat, it's great following her stories, you are never at home and always see the luxury escape stuff.
Yeah,
That is
that's the biggest. How do you get onto that?
That is a con,
Can
mate.
you get us
the
in?
best holidays ever.
It's like, that's the job.
Yes.
You have a job and it's called the world's best holidays.
Yeah.
What are the
Extraordinary.
chances? I used to chop onions for a living. Now I do on holidays.
I mean,
That's right.
you were no one in Spain, and then you came here, and look at you now.
I'm not even a Spanish. I was born in Perth.
Oh, it's so funny.
We'll get to what we're going to be talking about in a second.
Yes.
But you were able to go up and swim with the whales, which I haven't talked to you about. And then I want you to tell me about your time in the Maldives as well. So,
Yeah, so
diving with the whales to
Whale
start with.
sharks, yeah.
That is up there with one of the most amazing things I have ever done in my life. That whale sharks, they're like 10 meters big. You jump in an Ingaloo Reef, in that purple water, and it's all the planes watching for all the wildlife. And it's like massive manta rays, huge turtles, massive whales. And suddenly you jump in and you are close to this ginormous massive.
It's like swimming next to a bus, isn't it?
That is
Yes.
alive.
Yeah.
And your heart buzz like that. And that is up there with, I will say, the Northern Lights, Running of the Bulls, Cinque Terre, like something like one of the amazing things that you had to go. Like
Proper bucket list
Cataratas
stuff.
del Niagara.
You know, like one of the things
Things that you have to come to Perth to do that. That is insane.
Yeah.
And we stay in that hotel, the Sal Salis.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah.
So like the fancy tents, yeah.
You have never fancy tents, I like the fancy tents.
Is that how you say
Well, am I
grumpy in
wrong?
Australian?
Am I wrong?
I look how in Australia you just turn everything into like
These are the fancy tents.
With the sleeping
I
bags.
know, beautiful beds inside. But like the thing, what I was saying, at night time,
You have never heard anything like it. You can hear the whales talking to each other. And that is...
Are they bitching about you?
yeah, like I swear to God, I
Like,
almost
you
got in a
see that fat guy
conversation
we
with
had
one of
to
them.
swim next to?
He's almost like,
I mean, that's amazing.
and you could tell what whales are from Spain and which one are Australians, because this one whale come and say, hello, and one is like,
and you can hear full conversations of...
That's amazing.
I mean, Perth, place to be.
Was your
Yeah.
heart pounding when you jumped in? Because you're not 100 metres from shore. You were right out.
You're out in you're in the deep ocean.
Pounding. I thought we'll see a few tigers. out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But the more I swim, the less scared I'm of the ocean. I just feel part of it now. And you will understand this probably.
Yeah.
You swim. The more you ocean swimming, you just lose the fear.
No,
of,
Sean gets more scared every time he does it.
No, I'm part
I'm
of
pretty
the
good.
ecosystem. And Spanish
Yeah,
sea lion.
part of the sea, part of the
Spanish sea lion.
Sea
ecosystem
lion.
gets eaten, though, Miguel. That's
no, this is Spanish mackerel. Look at this.
You swim like that, the shark come and see you and he goes his way. And I've been swimming a lot in the morning and see a lot of sharks in Manly.
What's
Yes.
your
They
group
come and
called
go.
again? Your swimming group
They're
called again?
bold and beautiful.
That's right, that's
and
right.
it's one of your work colleagues is in there. Cameron Dado. Does the
Yeah,
swim with
yeah.
me in the morning. He does it too. He looks good in his speedos with his nice gold, like beautiful hair and his beautiful handsome face. And we do the swimming too, and it's just great. It's just a great thing to do.
Oh, I've got to have you over here to swim the Rottnest with me one
Yeah.
day.
You know what we keep saying?
And it's
Are
just
you busy
so good.
in? There's one in February, one in March. How busy are you?
Yeah.
Are you busy?
Are you busy?
I move around.
You're like,
Is this some kind of
no, I'm
proposition? Are you
busy.
busy? Service. Please.
So, okay, so obviously it's another amazing experience. Maldives, how was that?
Maldives, that's like if you bring your family in there, that is unique. That is like the middle of nowhere in any
Oh, Sean's
part of
looking
the
for
world.
places where you can't take your family.
I took my wife over there. I took my
kids.
wife over there.
Yeah,
But I like to take the kids to go surfing.
Yeah, surfing, diving again with sharks. The food is amazing. You're in the middle of anywhere, of nothing, of anything, of the ocean. You're a little drop in the ocean, and how nice that feels with our busy lives. It's pretty good. I mean, very good for the mind, very good for the soul.
Yeah,
Not very good for the wallet.
No,
is the
everything's in
downside.
US dollars.
Oh, is
You know
it?
what? This is what I did. The first day I rock in there, there was some people at the end of we literally got off the boat onto our island, and I was talking, and this guy was taking out people surfing, and I looked at my missus. She goes, "Yeah, okay, you can go." And I was like, "You bloody ripper!" I got my surfboard out, and I forgot my fins, and so then I said to the guy, "Can I? I've got no fins, and have you got any?" He goes, "Oh, I can get you a pair, but we're going to have to charge you." And anyway, normally for surfboard fins are about $140. These end up costing me $320.
But
So,
just,
so to hire them or to buy them?
Oh, well, they gave them to
they
I got
gave
them in
them
the
to
end.
you. For,
$320.
they gave them to you for $320.
I know, but you're in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere. Come on.
I had no choice.
Exactly.
Bastards, they got me.
Yeah. Economics, Sean.
Yeah.
Supply and demand. Now, you're here for Diabetes Australia.
yeah, we have a great campaign called Diabetes United, and
Yes.
I'm gonna be in Forest Park cooking at 10:30. I'm cooking healthy food. I mean, this is a great campaign. Diabetes is a kind of an epidemic. It's happening in Australia at the
is,
moment.
yes.
I think we're reaching around 1.5 million Australians is affected by the cause, and every 5 minutes someone get diagnosed with diabetes.
That's extraordinary,
And
isn't
I've
it?
been working with the whole team of Diabetes Australia. I mean, I'm not a dietitian and I'm not an expert in, I'm not a doctor, but I'm an expert in healthy food and delicious and get people to have fun cooking it.
Yes.
And I think nowadays we're very scared of cooking healthy food. We think it's very expensive. We have
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, that's true, yeah.
So what we're doing in the campaign, we have cooking books that we give away. We got a membership program that is really amazing for people to get the assessment, because sometimes they think because they got diabetes, people don't look after themselves because they cannot afford it, or making a healthy meal is, it's not in the budget. So
Yeah.
they cannot neglect a little bit the condition. So what we're here is to tell everyone, I'm cooking a delicious chicken paella, and it's a lot of ways around how you can make it. Like,
So you have to say it
Paella.
the Australian way. Paella.
No,
Paella, mate.
chicken paella, mate. Chicken paella.
CP paella.
And it's a lot of ways you can make that.
What can you do to change it up to... What can you do?
So obviously it's all about rice is
Yeah.
like a white canvas is very good. So a little bit of rice, higher on the protein, lots of chicken, higher on the veggies,
Yeah.
handful of beans,
Yeah.
handful of snow peas, artichokes. Look for things that look green and delicious. And that's a way to have one meal that is going to suit the center of the table and is good for you. You can look for things like reduced salt, chicken stocks, and a few
Yes.
things that kind of like not
So
very
they're
hard to
easy
do.
switches that
Easy.
don't make a big impact to the taste. Yeah.
Or maybe don't use saffron, use more paprika if it's
Yes.
like budget friendly. But it's all about big plate of veggies. When you're cooking, just focusing, put the same effort from your veggies and put the same
Yeah.
effort for your salad. I'm making just dinner at home.
Yeah.
I was saying this the other day. Someone, I cook the protein and I cook this, and suddenly I think in salad, you peel a lettuce that costs $2, get a little bit of avocado for breakfast,
Yeah.
squeeze a little bit of lemon juice, put some olive oil, just boil some eggs. Suddenly you have an amazing salad that looks in a plate, beautiful. Get some broccolini, some frozen veggies.
Yeah.
Suddenly you can do a quick stir fry, and it's almost like three things on a plate that is healthy for you.
Yes,
and it's
that's
good. It's
right.
not like just focusing in like cooking 5 steaks for the whole
Yeah.
family. Maybe just cook a big one and just work in the garnish.
Yeah.
It's all about the garnish.
Yeah, because we also eat with our eyes, so it's got to look good. Nobody wants to eat healthy if it looks like muck. You know what I mean? It's got to look
But
good.
it's so easy to cook healthy.
Yeah.
You can get a spiralizer.
Yeah.
I'm making a salad today with one of the crazy spiralizers.
Yes.
And then you get like a cucumber, a zucchini and a
Yeah.
beetroot.
Yeah.
You buzz it through that crazy machine.
Yeah.
And suddenly you got these amazing textures, and
Yeah.
you can do a little bit of dressing, and suddenly it's this,
it made you feel good. You would never eat a carrot, but
That's
you put
right.
it through this crazy machine.
And you get
it
to
looks
feel
something
morally
delicious.
superior as well, which
You're
is
like,
great.
oh my God, it's so healthy. But like, so we got a very good membership program that is going to help a lot of people, and it's a great cause. And we're going to be cooking all around the country. So the first stop is Perth, but I'll be in Adelaide as well, and we'll be in Brisbane. So I'm really excited. I got chosen to be the face of the campaign.
Yeah, it's so good. Diabetes is a thing that's been coming up lately in my life, actually. One of my son's best mates, he was diagnosed, and he's lived, and now he's learning to be able to get through.
So he's a type 1 diabetic?
Yep. And he's back playing sports and doing all that stuff. He lost a hell of a lot of weight at one stage. So I'm like, what's going on with him? And it wasn't just puberty that was taking place.
That's a proper health crisis,
Yeah, and he's going brilliantly. He's an absolutely ripping kid. And a lady I swim with, and Joel and her name is, and her son has just been diagnosed. And it was one of those things where you start panicking as a parent because something's happening here and I don't know what it is. And then they find out, and now they know that they've got support around the place, and they can... her son also can live a great life just with the support that's provided.
But that's the thing, you don't choose. It's a big stigma with diabetes. It's like, oh, people eating sweets and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes most people don't choose it.
The difference between type 1 and type 2.
Massive membership program that we had that kind of support all these people, and it's a nice to be like Justine, our CEO, is so passionate about it, and I'm working with a lot of professionals, and it's actually quite nice to at the same time teaching people how to cook delicious food.
Miguel Maestre is in the house, and he just spent that whole ad break talking to Shaun about swimming.
Well, Miguel,
I'm sorry.
Well, you got into the ocean swimming, which is great, which is I'm doing, and so your bay at Manly, how far?
I think just under 2Ks. So you'll go from Manly Beach. Beach. I know you look at me with a funny
He's at Manly Beach.
Manly Beach. And you go all the way to Shelley Beach. And after you wait in there, like for 1 minute, everybody arrive. All the stranglers slowly get there. It'll be around 150, 200 people.
Really? Every day?
Every morning. That's why I like it. And it's a good energy. And after you come back, and the way back is a little bit more push. You know, you go there a little bit watching the wildlife, the turtles, hee ha ha, a few currents, a few waves, and after when you come back, everybody push on. It's even like in the radio. It's funny. Like I was talking to Cameron Dado is in the radio, and that's it. But it's different groups, so it'll be like some people they go really slow. Some people call the A team. They go really fast. Some guys are maybe like 80. They swim faster than you.
Yeah, and they've been doing it every day for the last 70 years.
Yes, and I feel like I go, no. I still try to, like a Spanish.
Spanish immigrants.
Where are the bullfighters?
I know, so I'm deep in every group here.
You're just dabbling.
But how amazing is to get addicted to something that is good for you?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
That's true.
And when you're seeing all the wildlife, as you said, all the fish and stuff. So at Cottesloe, they've got the net in. We call it the pussy pen. So it keeps you safe, right? And I was in there the other day. First day had been put in on a Friday. I was in on there on a Saturday. Anyway, there was a shark that was about a metre 20 long.
Yeah.
That it got stuck in there. It's not a shark.
So it's in with you. So then it's trapped in there with you.
You're like, what the hell?
So you can get out of it, and it's like you following each other through the whole place. Oh my God.
Oh, it's such a great feeling. What time do you get up and get involved in your Bold and the Beautiful?
So 7 o'clock I'm in the water.
Yeah.
You can go at 6:30. And that's like a real group of guns. When you go at 6:30, you really feel like you're sweating the t-shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, sweating the speedos. Sweating something.
Yeah.
And then in the water doesn't feel like you're sweating, but you are. At 7 o'clock, so I will get up around 5:50, jump in the car, drive. I have to drive for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's no traffic, and I just jump in the water. But I got now these amazing floating speedos. They just, like, you know, the shorts I put on top of the speedos.
The Ian Thorpe specials.
They got like a little bit of floating. It's like a 5 mil wetsuit.
Oh, so it's like, it's more buoyant. Yeah.
I'm like
so you're swimming downhill, basically.
It's always been sinking me away. Started my life.
The big Spanish bum has been bringing me down.
Now he's floating like that, and it looks almost like you can see all the single ladies. You can see it coming. It gives you so much more speed.
Look at that
so
ball
much
swimming.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
All right, go and see Miguel today in Forest Place. At
10:30 I'll be
10:30, cooking this morning, so that is going to be something to behold for Diabetes Australia. More info at diabetesaustralia.com.au. come back and visit us again
yeah, so
sometime
special.
soon.
Good on you, mate.
Say hello to, what was the name of the other guy? I always forget.
We're taking his place now, so it doesn't matter.
Thank you, Miguel.
thank you so much,
It's a joy.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Sean, your sports report just reminded me of a recent trauma when I went to a Wildcats game, and afterwards, a mate of mine has a boxer, and he's like, after the game, he said, come down and we'll have a drink. And so we were just to the side of the court, and there was a young kid on the court in his civvies, and he was just shooting some hoops after the game, right?
Awesome.
And off to the side was a bunch of young lads, maybe 10 or 12-year-old boys.
Yep.
And every time this kid had a shot, they screamed and were applauding and were just they were hanging on everything that this guy was doing. And I'm like, we were all like, who is this guy? And then as he came off court, there were some other people getting pictures of him. And I'm like, why is this? Is he some sort of TikToker? Like, I had no idea who this kid was, right?
Yeah.
Could not figure out. He looked to be in his low 20s. And I'm like, no idea who this kid is. So I posted it. I took a sneaky picture of him and posted it on my Instagram. And then one of my friends just texted to me and said, are you serious? It was Minwoo Lee.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, of course. And as soon as somebody told me that, I'm like, of course it's Minwoo Lee.
Minwoo Lee.
The adoration of that kid by youngsters. They are all over him. Like, he is literally a hero to these children.
Yeah, so he was
I'm like,
back
when
in
did
town.
young boys start getting into golf?
I reckon from that's pretty young.
I'm talking
young.
10 and 12-year-olds, yeah.
I know my oldest son saw him at the left bank the day before and bought him a beer.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was so happy to come home and tell me, I just saw Minwoo Lee at the left bank.
And he was at the sauna on George Street as well. Like, don't worry, everybody tracked his movements around. So he's a god.
Nat, in a few years' time, when he becomes mid-20s to late 20s, he's going to be one of the greatest in the world. And of course, money's a big thing in that. But that's great, Minwoo Lee.
I know, so
Love
good.
him.
Yeah, well, he's very well regarded at a Wildcats game, let me tell you.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
The other night when I was heading to Crown to watch Matthew Pavlich be inducted into the Hall of Champions.
So that was Monday night, yeah?
Yeah, it was such a great night. But on the way there, I always leave things to the last minute because I don't like waiting for people, and I'd rather be me get myself ready and then I'm off and we can go rather than just be ready
was
and
Megan
waiting.
going with you on Monday night? No, so you were going on your own?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So my idea was, okay, I need to be there probably 6:15, so I'll wait to the last moment. I'll just get dressed, walk out the door and off I go. So when I did that, Megan, the missus moved my car, so she always forgets where she puts the keys. Always. Like, it's phenomenal. And so I'm like, hey, where's my keys? And I've timed this down to the second.
Of course.
So she couldn't find the keys, so just take my car. So I jumped in her car. As soon as I jump in and start driving off, I realised there's no petrol in the bastard because no one... I mean, who would put petrol in Mum's car?
No, right,
and
exactly.
Mum
Why would
petrol
you?
in the
Yeah,
car?
yeah.
So on the way there, I was going, I just want to get there on the at the right time, but who wants to put petrol in their car at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah, so you could have got there on what petrol you had, but you wouldn't have been able to get home, and you thought, I'd rather stop for petrol on the way to the event than on the way home when you just want to go home.
Yeah, so I stopped into the Shell, and a lot of people would have been into this one. It's on...
it's near Berwick Street, isn't
Canning
it?
Highway, yep. It's heading towards Crown. It's just almost opposite McDonald's there.
Yeah, I know exactly where you mean.
So I pulled in there. I thought this would be great because I'll save the time on the way back. And as soon as I got out of the car, and I'm wearing the bowl of fruit and all the rest of it, and I put the nozzle in, and then this guy just pops out of nowhere and he says, excuse me, mate. And I straight away, without hesitation, I said, sorry, buddy, I just don't have any money. Because none of us carry around notes at that stage. But he said, no.
And he said, you're putting diesel in an unleaded car? No.
Done that before. And he said, sorry, mate, I wasn't after any money. I was just chasing something to eat. And I was like, fantastic. No worries at all. I'll
This
get you
I can
something.
do. Yep.
Yeah. What would you like? And he said, I wouldn't mind a sausage roll on that. And at that stage, I'm putting the nozzle back in. I'm in a bit of a rush. So I'm like, yeah, no worries. I'll get you sausage roll and drink. And so he starts following me and he's like, can you make it a ham and cheese sausage roll? I was thinking,
so all of a sudden his order's getting very specific. Yeah.
So we walk in and I yelled out to the guy at the front, "Where's you got hot food around here?" And he goes, "Yeah, just at the back there." So I went over there and I just grabbed this sausage roll. Next thing you know, I turned behind me. This bloke is right next to me. He goes, "That's not the ham and cheese one." I said, look, I think you just got to take what you can get, don't you?
So this guy's going, geez, it's hard to get good service around here.
And then I started walking and I said, what drink would you like? And I just grabbed like a 600ml Coke.
Yeah.
I thought that would be the answer. And he goes, "No, I want can you give me the than 1.25. Oh,
It's cheeky,
really pressing. I start walking between the aisles, right? He goes, "Did you get any sauce?" Like he's right next to me. And I get up to the front, and I didn't grab any sauce.
No.
So he's yelling out to the bloke, "Oh, make sure you make sure he's got the sauce there. Make sure you've got the sauce." And I said, "Mate, just put the sauce on the
For the
bill,
love of
whatever
God.
it is." So he first of all wasn't happy with the ham and cheese.
Wasn't happy
I
with
went
the
to normal
size of the
sausage roll.
drink.
The size of the drink, and he was really big on the sauce. And I just think, everyone's there to help anybody out that they can.
And you were very willing to help, and you were being very generous, but at the same time, he was choking them.
You got it,
Mickey.
You got to take what you can get, don't you? You don't have to
mean-
stretch the friendship, do you?
You give an inch, Sean, they take a mile.
It just kind of reminded me, because I was thinking about that. He was really pushing me to the limits here.
He really was. He really was.
And sometimes that happens. I remember my mate who volunteered to help another one of our friends move.
Yes.
This particular, and we had a big night on Friday night. The next day
Everybody's
he was
been there.
helping him to move. What he didn't tell him, he was actually moving out to the country. And I can't remember. It was somewhere in the wheat belt. He didn't actually fill him in that
like
one.
a couple of hours drive.
Yeah, it was.
Not
Yeah.
like moving to
it was
the
like
next suburb.
Kalingari or something like that, Nat. And it wasn't until
No.
hungover as all get up, sweating like a demon the next day.
They've loaded up the trailer. It's
Yeah,
like,
just
okay,
trailer.
now come with me and
they
we'll...
did it twice. It took 10 hours. There and back, there and back.
Nope. That is a hard and fast no. All right, Jess is in Bedfordale. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Good, Jess.
Look, we're all good people, Jess. What happened?
So I work for a big organisation, and we had a new staff member who sort of really took a liking to me and, was really pushing for our kids to have a couple of play dates.
Oh, yes.
They did. Everything was great. And next thing you know, could I possibly pick her kids up from school? Could she drop the kids off first thing in the morning and take them to school? And I was like, oh, okay. It was really sort of pushing it because I've got 3 little kids. Next thing you know, a couple of weeks later, she calls me and says, look, she needs a really big favour. She's in a bit of a pickle with the kids. Sure, how can I help? She's going to Bali. Could I have her 4 children?
What? No, Jess.
And could I look after them while her and her hubby go to Bali for 3 days?
Oh, my God.
Serious? So...
Did you?
No, I couldn't. I have 3 small children.
Yes, imagine having
first of all,
7.
I don't have the car to deal with that.
Yes.
So I just
had to
had
draw
to
the
politely
line.
say,
Yes.
yeah, look, I would love to help you. However, I don't have capacity.
That is pushing the friendship to the
Isn't
level.
it just?
I love the fact that she was able to get in real
gave it a crack.
quickly, couple of play dates,
Yeah.
drop the kids off, pick them up for...
She's like, TikTok, this trip's coming up.
Yeah,
I've got to really
She's
make
like,
friends with
groundwork.
Jess.
I said to hubby, I was like, oh, she's really pushing this friendship. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really she's coming on really strong, and maybe she just really likes me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, she really liked you for your free babysitting services.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey, we're going to Bali with my husband. Take the kids.
All 4 of them. Thanks, Jess.
so good.
Kinga is in Padbury. Hello.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Good.
Great,
Kinga.
Kinga. Did somebody push the friendship a bit too much?
Oh my God, yeah. So one of my bridesmaids for my wedding, she got invited with +1, which she refused, and that was all good.
Yeah.
I was like, no problem. And then she turned up the day before my wedding with her mum, not telling anyone that she's bringing her +1. So that's fine, we're going to make the numbers work. It's fine, we squeeze your mum's lovely, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No problem at all. And then she then announces, oh, actually, we haven't booked anywhere to stay. Can we stay in your house? And I'm like, oh, we've got my nan, we've got everyone stay, but it's fine. Like, we squeeze you guys in. Like, we figure something out. Like, you can crash on a couch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem, blah, blah, blah. Getting ready, taking all the time in the bathroom, running out all the hot water. Oh, that was another one. They ran out all the hot water in the house. Nobody else could have a shower. Then they coming out and then she said, oh, do you mind if we sleep in your bedroom or in your mum and dad's bedroom because my mum's got a really bad back and she can't sleep on the couch?
Oh.
And I'm like, what? But I was like, obviously everything's going on, everyone's celebrating.
It's your wedding night.
It's your wedding.
It's my wedding night. I was like, yeah, fine, whatever, just sleep in my bed and that. So her and her mum ended up sleeping in my bedroom in my bed. I slept on the floor before my wedding night.
So this is the eve of your wedding. You're sleeping on the floor and you're the
This is like the eve
bride.
of my wedding. I'm sleeping on the floor. We're getting ready in the morning. We woke up. We're all fine. The hairdresser's arriving, makeup lady's arriving to get everyone ready and stuff. And then Kat, that's her name, is her name.
Yeah.
We no longer talk. She comes in and she announces that she's got her own dress because she's not going to wear the bridesmaid dress.
Oh.
She doesn't actually like it and it doesn't actually suit her eye.
And
Oh, it doesn't
she
suit
didn't
her-
think
suit
to
her
mention that until the morning of the wedding.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So I totally went bridezilla then and uninvited her and her mum to my wedding.
Oh, did they
Kinga,
move
this
out of your house then, Kinga, or did they stay the night? Because you wouldn't have stayed
They
there, I
slept in
imagine.
all the beds.
No.
Goldilocks.
They went home. I've asked them to leave.
Oh, my God.
Mate, that is taking
You
the
were
piss.
you were pushed to the brink.
Oh, my
to be
God,
honest.
Kinga.
Yeah.
And we no longer talk.
No,
You
I'm
can
not
probably
surprised.
discover that. Yeah.
I mean, the mum's still in your bed, but
Yeah, I
you
know.
don't
Well,
talk to the girl
her back
anymore.
was no good
Kinga,
now.
that is an extraordinary tale.
That's a
Thank
beauty.
you. I know. We're going to go to another Jess now in Bibra Lake. Hello.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, Jess.
Who pushed the friendship a bit too far, Jess?
One of the mums in my son's pre-primary class. This was going back about 10 years ago
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
She was single mum, not so well to do, so I was happy to help and everything,
Yes.
But she asked if she could have her son's 7th birthday at our house
Yes.
because we've got the big yard and,
But wouldn't you just
I was
have it in
like,
a
yeah,
park
of course.
like
Yeah.
everybody else does? Yeah.
Well, you think, but, she offered, she asked you, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, no worries, everything. And then, a couple of days before, it's, I don't get paid until after the party. Are you able to go down and get some food and a cake and supplies and stuff like that for me, and I'll pay you back?
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, I'll do that, yep. So I went and did that.
Yeah.
And then the day of the party, she's like, oh, my God, I'm so stuck at this thing. I can't get away. Are you able to prepare the food and set up and everything for me? And
So
I was
you
like,
had to do
"Oh,
everything.
okay."
You had to provide the venue, you had to buy the food, and then you had to prepare and set up the entire party.
Yeah. So basically I did everything and hosted her son's 7th birthday here, and there's like 10, 15, 7-year-olds
That you didn't
screaming
know.
around my house.
Yeah.
Did she actually turn up?
She did, yeah.
Did she ever offer you any money to cover the costs that you incurred?
No.
No.
And,
No,
and
never paid me back. No.
was there any cleaning up,
Never.
Jess?
No cleaning up. No, she just sort of left at the end and no thank you or anything.
I'm so disappointed in humanity.
And I was just like, what the far out?
Yes, what the far out indeed. Yes.
Yeah.
What the far out indeed.
Well played.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. People are awful. Sean, you have to pick a winner.
Wow, they're all losers at this stage
They're
because
all-
people have taken advantage of them, Natalie.
Every single one.
Every single
one
one's
has been
heartbreaking.
horrendous.
Oh, my God. You don't just call up a work
know.
colleague and say, here's my kids, I'm going to Bali with my husband.
I know. What about the bridesmaid? She was a nightmare.
I know.
And then
Just the
Jess
party
is-
paid for everything.
Yeah.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.